Alright, Marvel Rivals has been out for a bit now, and tier lists have been popping up left and right, but I haven't seen any of them delve into cock size. So here we go. Alright, to start this off, we gotta put all of the women in F tier. I think that's fair. Now to get into the real meat of the list. Let's start off with the most obvious. The Hulk. His cock can probably bench press more than you, me, and my dad combined. S tier. Even as Bruce Banner, he's still probably S tier. Next up, we got Iron Man. I don't necessarily think it's that big, but he's definitely seen the most action out of all the heroes on this list. With that said, he's also probably the most likely to have an STD. A tier. Moving on to Jeff the Land Shark. Now I know sharks don't have penises, but I can't explain it. I just truly believe that he can't be on the same tier as the women, so we're going to have to throw him in D tier. Black Panther is self-explanatory. Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a blonde white guy. It's about as average as it gets. B tier. Moving on to Groot. Trees reproduce through seeds or pollination, and therefore have no genitalia. However, due to Groot's abilities, he can potentially create the largest cock, but a dildo is not a dick. D tier. Moon Knight is up next. He's a psychopath, and he's wildly unpredictable. I don't think I can pinpoint the size of his package, so I'm going to play it safe and put him B tier. Magneto! Magneto is a mutant villain with a complex backstory who endured many hardships, including surviving Auschwitz after being captured for being Jewish. So, we know he's circumcised. He may be old, but I'm sure it still works. A tier. Okay, when it comes to Iron Fist, the extent of my knowledge comes from the Netflix series, where he's a whiny bitch, so he definitely has a tiny little baby dick. C tier. Next up, we got Adam Warlock, who's genetically engineered to be the perfect person, which means he's probably rocking a wang that Christ himself would be in awe of. We're going to put him S tier. Now for Rocket Raccoon, he is a mammal. He's super angry all the time. He's pretty insecure. Out of all the heroes on this list that actually possess a peepee, his has got to be the smallest. I'm going to put him high D tier, low C tier, I think. Probably high D tier. Moving on to Namor. Now, we've all been there. The water's cold. It'll definitely get bigger, I swear. I just got out of the water. This doesn't reflect me as a person, is what Namor would say in regards to his shriveled penis. C tier. Okay, now I need you to close your eyes and imagine you're the Winter Soldier. You just lost your arm and are replaced with this badass robot arm. What's the first thing you're going to do with it? Masturbate. And now it's mashed and mangled beyond all recognition. C tier. When it comes to the Punisher, I don't really know how to explain it, but he brings this stoicism that can only be sustained with the knowledge that your cock is at least above average. You're going to be A tier. Okay, so for Doctor Strange, I'm sorry, but it's impossible to have that goatee and have a cock anywhere above B tier. Alright, we got Captain America. He was given super soldier serum and turned a skinny dude into a jack dude. His wiener is definitely impressive, but I don't think that I can put him on the same level as the other heroes in our S tier. So I think I'm going to have to put him in A tier. Spider-Man is up next. I don't know how else to say it. I don't think it's too small, but I don't think it's anything to be impressed about. I'm going to put him C tier. Now we got Venom, who's a symbiote and therefore has no penis. So we're going to have to go based on Eddie Brock. And Eddie Brock is a journalist. B tier. On to Loki, who's technically a god, but he's way too jealous of Thor. And I can only believe that it's for a really big reason. So we're going to put him in A tier. Which brings us to Thor, who's going to go S tier. Okay, now we got Star-Lord. Star-Lord is kind of like the guy that everyone just loves. He seems like just such a genuine dude. I think I'm going to put him B tier, but not like a bad way. Like B tier is still good, I've heard. Alright, now for Wolverine. He gives me Chode vibes. I didn't specify if it meant length or width when we were talking about size, but I think I have to put him C tier, especially with this character model. I don't think I can go any higher than C tier. Now, finally, we're on to Cloak and Dagger. Now, this one's pretty hard because they come in a pair. All right. I think the only fair thing to do, since you have an S tier and an F tier together as one hero, we're going to have to take the average and throw them into B tier. And there we have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this list. I encourage intellectual discussions in the comments below. Please don't hate on anyone or argue unless the person is objectively wrong. And subscribe for more content.